again and welcome to Shed Talk, my weekly magazine video series looking at the keeping, breeding and showing of cage birds, with a particular focus as usual on the exhibition style budgerigar. Well, I say a particular focus, actually in this episode it will be less so, and as I mentioned last week as well, this episode will be slightly shorter than usual. I am really in the middle of invigilating the GCSE and A-level exams, which gives me less time to film, so I said it will be slightly shorter. What I plan to do is to focusing mainly on the Fifes and how the breeding is going out in the finch and fife flight. We won't actually go out there, although I will show you some video clips of the various birds because I don't want to disturb them too much while they are sat on eggs and, as you will find out very shortly, feeding chicks. So like I say, I don't really want to disturb them too much, so we'll talk about them in here, but I do have some clips of the various birds as we're talking. But I suppose the other bit of news, as you can probably see from behind me, is that one of the chicks in cage number 1 is out of the box, so that, which is really good news. So he's out and fledged. We're just now waiting for the other 2 in that box to come out, and of course for them to be weaned. So that's a little bit of good news. Right. But what about the Fifes? So what about those Fifes then? Well, I'm pleased to say they after the iffy start, I suppose, the iffy start where we had one definite pair and then another pair that we weren't quite sure, and I ended up swapping a couple of birds around just to make certain. I'm pleased to say after all of that, we've actually had success in both of the 2 cages that we put down. I've only got 2 cages down at the moment. I may get another cage, I'm not really sure. I think I might just stick to the 2 cages for this season, just because of time constraints at the moment that I have on me, and I'm not sure it would be fair on them. But anyway, so we've got the 2 pairs down. I'll start with cage number 1. This was the pair that you know were we put in there. She was laying eggs, and we had just in the last episode we had just reset those eggs, which means we just popped the eggs back underneath the hen. There were, I think it was 5 eggs that were hers and 1 egg that we had salvaged from within the seed dish in the flight. I didn't think that egg was going to be full, and indeed, or I didn't think it would, or it was unlikely that it would be successful, and that's the case. We've actually managed to pull off 3 chicks, and you can see them here. So there are 3 chicks that are all hatched at about the same time, so they're all about the same age now, and that's why we for the budgie people out there, that's why they reset the eggs, so they, you know, take them away and then or we take them away, put them back underneath her when she's finished laying. So all 3 of those chicks have hatched. All 3 are currently developing really well. I'm pleased to say Mum is feeding them, and Dad is quite attentive too. So we have some success then in cage number 1. So that first cage. Now what about the second cage? This was the cage where I wasn't sure if I had a pair, and I think I moved one of the a hen out because I think I ended up with 2 cockbirds in there. Well, I'm pleased to say that again that we do have a true pair. It did take a little while because for the hen in here to start building the nest, and I was a bit concerned again. I think it was about, you know, after I popped her in there when she'd been showing signs in the main flight of picking up, that she was picking up but not actually starting to build. So I was a bit worried again that maybe I'd left this too late. However, after about 2 or 3 days, she did finally start building the proper nest and not just dropping little bits and pieces of nesting material in there and then taking them back out again. She did build up proper. She has now started laying, and I have removed the eggs as she's laid them and replaced those with the dummy eggs. She's currently laid 3 eggs of her own. Again, I found another egg in the seed dish, which is now that I have taken out and is now in the holding tray, which is where I'm putting the eggs after I have removed them. So there is 3 of her own eggs in there, and I think one of an egg that, like I say, was in the seed dish, and we will pop it under her to see if it has any chance of hatching. So I'm pleased that this hen has built up and is starting laying. Now what I've got to hope is that the cockbird that was in this cage and her have got along well enough for them to the eggs to be full. I haven't seen the cockbird treading the hen, but I didn't see the cockbird tread the hen in cage number 1 either. So cage number 2 looks like it might also be a success. So overall, I'm pleased to say the Fifes seem to be going, after that rather slow start, the Fifes now do seem to be going really, really well. So we have, because we have eggs and we have chicks. Right, so other than that, in here, the chicks that you sort of seen in the previous episode, so cage number 1 chicks, like I say, you've seen, one of those has come out, and we're just waiting for the other 2, but they're developing well. Somebody mentioned in the comments that they thought it was that we had a grey green, or an opaline grey, cinnamon grey green, a normal green, and a yellow face, and it does look to me, and we'll have a look at them in the next episode, that is correct. So thank you for that. Thank you for letting me know what they are. I do struggle when they're first feathering up, as most of you will know. In cage number 4, where we've got one of our own chicks and one chick that we rescued from the cage behind me, actually, cage number 2. Both those 2 are doing well, and both have been rung and developing on nicely. And in cage number 5, where we've just got the single chick, I've left it in there. I haven't removed it to split that pair. I will, once that chick is developed and is out of the box, I will then split this pair. But that white chick in there is also doing well, and I'm really pleased to say, and I'm going to touch wood and cross my fingers, there's no sign of any splayed legs, because this is the pair that tend to sit a little bit tight. Right, so that's a very quick update from in here. I'm sorry it's a short episode. I do apologise for that, but you know, better an episode, me get one episode out than not. Right, as always though, if you did enjoy it, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and for early notifications, do hit that bell icon. In the next episode, we will get a full roundup of these, I hope, and I hope it will be a little bit longer than this episode. But until then, as always, do stay safe, enjoy your birds.